Hi to Year 3 and Year 4 at Baines School. I hope that you are feeling great today and that you enjoyed our practice last week. As you can see, Teddy's already in class today. If you didn't do last week's class, my dog often comes and joins us while we are exercising. So I hope you're feeling good today. All the same things apply, everyone. You might need some water to take on board during our practice. You need to think about how you are feeling today. If you're feeling great, well, please join in. But if some of our exercises don't feel great, I want you to hold and wait, and we'll come back to where you are, and don't do those exercises that don't feel great. I want you to look around the space that you are in to see whether you have space to exercise. I don't want you to hurt yourself or damage anything while you are exercising. So today's class is going to be a bit of mobility, but very based on children's yoga. So some of your Year 4 students have done quite a lot of yoga with me. So we're going to be thinking about our breath. We're going to be relaxing, but our joints should feel more mobile. We should feel energized, and our heart rate will go up just a little bit during our half hour that we are together today. So think about how you're feeling, get some water. If you've got a towel or a mat, or if you're on some comfortable carpet, that is all good news. I'm going to press play on the music, and we're going to start with our breath line. So I hope you can hear that, but it's not so loud that when I move backwards, you're not going to be able to hear me. With a bit of luck, it'll all just be worked out just right. So let's start with our breath practice. And remember, you can do these breaths at any time. When you wake up in the morning, if you do these breaths, it will help to energize your body. It'll start to fuel you. If you do them at bedtime, depending on the speed that you do them, it will start to calm you and bring you some of the relaxation that you need to be able to drift off to sleep. So let's start with some simple breaths. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now I want you to breathe in for 2. Breathe out for 2. Breathe in. 1 and 2. Breathe out. I can feel my heart starting to beat faster already. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Hold there. That's a good start, everyone. Great job. Okay, let's do some more breath, but think about drawing around a box. So we're going to do breath practice. When I draw up, or when you draw up, we're breathing in. When we go across, we're holding our breath. When we go down, we're breathing out. And when we go across, we're holding no breath. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Let's go. Breathe in. And relax. It's pretty hard to hold no breath and holding all of that breath for all the way along. So let's try one more time, and then you can practice during the week and let your teachers know how you are getting along. Let's go. Breathe in. Well done. Let's do one more breath practice. I want you to imagine you're blowing up a balloon. So hold your hand into this position, and let's do 4 breaths, like we're puffing air into a balloon. Go. Teddy's not sure about that noise. One more. down, Teddy. The children need to be doing their breaths. Well done, everybody. Great job. I think we're ready to go. Let's get onto our mats and get ready for our practice. Off you get, Ted. Good boy. We're ready. Good. Okay, so for the year threes who didn't do yoga with me from September, if I use some terms that you don't quite recognise, hold and join me when you can. Down you get, Teddy. Off you go. Off you go, please. Go on, please. So we're ready to roll our shoulders. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. I wonder if you've got a dog at your house or a cat that comes when you're doing your exercise too. Maybe you can let your teacher know that. And then the teachers will let me know. Circling through our shoulders with our elbows high. And extend that arm strong and long. And if you remember, we try and make both arms go like a windmill. And you can let your knees move and your hips move while we do that. Well done. Now, hold your hands and circle your wrists. If you've been doing lots of writing and maths today, your wrists might be tired. Push your hands together, take your palms apart, and now make a worm. Good. And now, toes forwards. Well done, hold this one and circle those ankles. And the other side. Good, now lift, knee lifts up. Try and keep your hips stacked and level. And if you need help balancing, take your arms out to the side. Good. Last one. And relax. Okay, so when we start our yoga practice in class, we often start with something called the sun salutation. So that is us saying thank you to the sun, even though it's hidden behind the clouds today. The fact that it's daylight now means that the sun is up there shining for us, and we need to be grateful for that. So I want you to come to the end of your mat. Lots of mat away and behind you. Breathe in through your nose. Stretch up and lean slightly back. Good. Now as you breathe out, we bow forwards. Good. Now if you need to bend your knees, please do. Bend them or straight if you can. Good. Now breathe in here. And breathe out, take your hands to the floor. Good. Now breathe in, take one foot behind you. Good, now that's strong and powerful. And if I look down, my ankle and my knee are in one line. So I haven't got my knee far forwards. And these hips are nice and low. Take the other foot back and down in a straight line. Good, we call this the plank. But you might be more comfortable if you're on your knees. Make your feet go so the tops of your feet are out on the mat. I'm going to take my nose down to the mat now. I'm going to breathe in before I go. And as I go down, I breathe out. Good. Now, up onto your elbows, head is up. And this is the snake. Now, depending on how warm you're feeling, depends on where we go with this. Happy for you to be here, or with your hands down here. Or if you're feeling really warm and flexible, lift up. But you need to have your shoulders away from your ears. So I'm not in this hunched up position. It's a long, strong snake. Good. There's always a modification, always a way that we can make these exercises work for you. Tuck your toes back under, back onto your hands, and bottoms are going up into the air to down facing dog. Pull your tummy muscles tight. Let's go. So this is the triangle shape. Head is
cushion between your arms and your heels are pushing down towards the floor. Now, if you can't keep your back straight, bend your knees to get your back into that flat position. Good. Deep breath. Step one foot in. Step the other foot in. Good. Hold here for a breath. Breathe in, come up. And breathe out. And that sequence of moves all together is called sun salutation. There's lots of ways we can adapt or advance that. So let's do it one more time before we move on. And that should mean at the end of that, all our muscles are super warm. Breathe in. Lean slightly back. Breathe out, lean forwards. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Step one foot. Step the other foot. Plank. Onto knees. Nose goes down. Extend to the position that is best for you. Good. Hands down. Toes under. Lift up. Down facing dog. One foot forwards. The other foot forwards. Hold here. Breathe in, come up. And breathe out. Well done, everybody. Okay. We're looking good. We're feeling good. Let's put a sequence of some moves all together and see which other animals and different shapes we can make ourselves. We're going to start in the middle of our mats with a pose that we did while we were doing our classes together, and some of you will have seen in other places too. And this pose is called the tree. So before we take any pose, we're breathing in, we've got that in place, and we're feeling strong, tight through all our muscles, through the whole core. We're going to take our arms out if we need to for balance, onto one tiptoe, and I'm making that foot turn out. So my hip is rotated round. My heel is touching my leg is touching my heel. And you can think about how you best feel. So your arms can be here, they can be up at the top, they can be down here. What feels right for you is where your hands should be. Now, got your hands where they should be. Now we've got to think about a challenge for these legs. If this is hard enough, stay here. But if you can do more, lift that foot up, push the foot into the leg. Keep that knee rotated and that hip turned out. And if you feel wobbly, you just put your foot down, just like that. And you can bring your foot right up to the top. I know some of you are more than able to do that. Some days we're all more wobbly than others. Okay, take it down. Got to do it on the other side to make ourselves all level. When you're ready, put your hands wherever is best for you. Push that foot in to the leg and then draw up to wherever you should be. Good. The problem I've got here is that I've got too much cushioning under my feet because it's a very soft floor. But that hip is rotated. And down. Well, great job, everybody. Now lift up. Go as high as you can. Super tall. Stretch that body. And bring it down and fall forwards. Legs straight if you can. But bend your knees if you need to. Good. Now turn your toes out. And get ready to bend your knees. We're in the frog position. So to throw some energy into our class, we're going to do 3 frog jumps. But our challenge is to land really quietly. So let's give that a go. We go up and down. Well, I think that was a bit noisy from my side. That one was better. Good. Now, I want you to take your weight over to one side and take your leg out.
forwards. It's a bit spider-like, isn't it? And the other side. Pulling forwards. And in. Now, hands here, I want you to walk them forwards. Good. Hello. Walk them back. Walk them forwards. Walk them back. Good. Last one. Now, from this forward position, drop your knees down. Let's do 3 press-ups. Nose going down. 1, 2, 3. Good. Push back, put your feet together and take your bottom back onto your legs. I'll show you where I am from the side. Feet are together. And we call this the rest pose. Good. Now let's pounce forwards. Controlled into our snake. So remember, shoulders are away from ears, or you might be in this lower down position. Good. My body's still getting warmer and warmer. Now from here, lift your feet up. Good. Now if that's a strong enough pose, hold there. If there's more that you can do, hold on to one foot or hold on to both feet. And if you're here with me, gaze down at the mat, but lift that chest up, lift your legs up. It's like a bow and arrow. We in class call this the swan. Good. Hands come down. Come on to hands and knees. Good. So my knees are under my hips, my hands are under my shoulders, head goes down, back goes up, and I'm now in the cat stretch. Good. If I roll my head all the other way, and my back all the other way, I'm in the cow. Good, so my back looks like a smiley face shape. When you're ready, roll up into a rainbow shape and down into the smiley face. Good. Now roll up again and roll down. Good. Now straighten one leg out behind and the other leg. Well done. Good, now back into that hands and knees, but they're a little bit wider now. I'm going to lift one hand up to my ear and turn it out. Now I'm going to take this hand all the way through and up. So it's like a salute and then a thread. A salute and a thread. So I'm rotating through my back. And take that hand down. Well done everybody. Let's go. Hand to your ear. Go up and then go through. See the twist? And up and through. And up and through. And up and through. Well done, let's go back into our rest position, feet together, knees apart, stretch, widen your fingers. Come up, tuck your toes underneath, ready to go to down facing dog. Good. The triangle shape. Good, remember to flatten out that back or bend the knees so you can do that. Good, now let's try and take one hand
and touch your ankle. Now if you get really wobbly, I don't want anybody to fall over, so just put that hand straight back down. If you get wobbly, touch your ankle, touch your ankle. Last one. Down onto your knees. Now, your wrists might be getting really tired now if you've not been doing anything where you've been putting your weight on your wrists for the last couple of weeks or since we were last together before Christmas. So let's just do some stretches around our wrists. Okay, hands down, and really gently make your body go in a circle shape. And now go the other way. Good, now turn your hands so your fingers face each other inwards. Now do those circles. And now turn your hands so your fingers are facing out. Little circles. Good. Now bring the backs of your hands together. Give them a little massage by rubbing one against the other. Good, now make them into a fist. Throw some magic. Fist, throw some magic. A fist, throw some magic. Back to our worm. Well done, everybody. Roll those shoulders round. Take your head over and up and over and up. Let's just complete our final bit of our mobility and our stretches today. Keep the bottoms of your feet together. Hold on to your toes and flap your butterfly wings. Don't forget our breaths. Good. Now try and get your elbows down on the floor in the middle. Bet some of you can do that. And today I just can't quite get there. But it doesn't really matter, we're all getting the stretch that our bodies need because we're all so different. Good, lift up, bring your knees up, put your hands underneath and put your nose on your knees. Now, can you lift up? So you're balancing. Bring these legs up and down. Well done, everyone. How long can we balance before we fall over? And legs down. Good. One leg out. Now with this other one, I want you to bring it over the top. And with your opposite arm, hold tight. Feel it now stretch down this leg. And then bring that foot back and let the foot fall out. So this is like our tree position, but we're sat down now. Sit tall and reach forwards for those toes. Lift up and change over, bring the foot up, hold, and now take it over the top with your opposite elbow. Sit tall and twist. Good, bring it back and drop the knee out. Sit tall and lean forwards. And up we come. Good. Now just point and flex those feet. Good. Circle them around. Here comes Teddy again. Just come to check out what we're doing and the other way. Yes, we've been exercising, making ourselves feel so much better. Good. Let's go back to our breaths. So we're breathing in. And we're breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Team, we're going to finish our class today with our